This is a 1924 Atwater Kent breadboard, Model 10, and I have hooked up to it a Music Master horn speaker, and the bell is made out of mahogany. Here's the bottom of the Atwater Kent breadboard. The wires are just run along the bottom and they're stapled to the board. Here's one of the stickers on the bottom, and in the lower right, the two holes there, that houses the on-off switch. Here's the warranty card, and here's one of the repairs I did to this radio. They just hollowed out a place on the board so they could put a capacitor in there. Now this repair, with all these wires, and I color-coded them so I could not lose track of where things went, that is right below the 3-tube island. I had to open up the 3-tube island because one of the audio transformers was bad, and one of the first jobs was to dig it out of the tar. And of course I wasn't going to fill it back up. I put a new modern transformer in it, and this next picture you can see that I've got it connected to the top of the 3-tube island, and you can see another new capacitor on top of that island. Here's a picture of the island closed back together, and this next picture is of one of the tuning capacitors. There's 3 of them, and they're all identical, and they have a coarse adjustment, which is the center knob, and a veneer adjustment, which is the brass knob. I have a Music Master horn speaker sitting in back of it, hooked up to the radio. Let's go up here and take a closer look. You can see this 3-tube island. And that's a variable capacitor inside a metal can, and there's its coil behind it. Amplifier tube, another coil, another capacitor, another amplifier tube, another coil for the antenna, and as you can see, that one's variable. Let me turn this here. And another variable capacitor. Each one of these has veneers also. Okay, let's turn this thing on. There's the on and off switch right here.
Who is committed to providing good advice on a commission-free basis. Look only for the mortgage that you can be happy about for the entire life of your mortgage.
To vary the volume, you'd vary the filament voltage on these radios. And you had to tune each one of these separately. So when you found a station, you would write down those settings, also which one of these lugs you were using, and also if you had more than one antenna, which antenna you were using. Okay, let me turn this up again. This is the front end. This varies the voltage for filament voltage for this tube and this tube.
Advertising is expensive. Emails aren't. So help us bring you the lowest fares in the air. Sign up today.
Varies the filament voltage for these 3 tubes.
Additional restrictions apply. See skybus.com for details. The Triangle's news, weather, and traffic station.
Okay. Let's see if we can't find another station. That's still WETF. Let me turn up the volume on these all the way. Make sure. Yep. Okay. I barely hear something there. Here we go.
Specialist who's also a CPA can work with your accountant to analyze the situation and present you with options to maximize your potential. When the time comes and you decide to sell your business, make the easy decision to work with Intrust Associates. Find out more on our informative website, intrustassociates.nt or usdassociates.com. Entrust the sale of your business to Intrust Associates, where sellers turn for authentic expertise. As you enjoy your morning coffee,
Right there.
unable to read it because you couldn't see it. But thousands of North Carolinians without sight or unable to read, their alternative is the Triangle Radio Reading Service. Since 1983, volunteers have read local newspapers, magazines, and other publications.
There's the umbilical cord that goes to the batteries.
Donate to this nonprofit organization and its mission of breathing words into life. Visit trianglereadingservice.org or call 832-5138. Sponsored by Raleighdurham.com, the #1 website. The game going on over on 620 The Bull currently.
Okay, I'm going to turn off the lights.
21-11.
See, we can't
Well, some news to get to out of Major League Baseball. They are launching
see
a
the tubes glow.
in response to the Mitchell report on drug use. In his report last month on drug use in baseball, George Mitchell recommended the formation.
These are all OT1As,
O.J. Simpson in custody
5-volt
in
tubes.
Florida. Allegations
I'm going to vary the
of his release on bail by in a Las Vegas armed robbery case, according to a court official. A unique ruling from the NBA, the Atlanta Hawks and Miami Heat ordered to replay the final 51.9 seconds of their game last month because the official score incorrectly ruled that Shaquille O'Neal had fouled out on Hayes Permar.
That's another one.